Hi everyone, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday, episode 149. Now, today we're going to a different style of a card, and we probably will do this next week too. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to explore slimline. Now, slimlines, for the most part, it's a 7 by 8.5 sheet of cardstock that's folded in half. I did look and do a little research. There is another size that can be 4 by 9 too, but I'm going to stick to what is considered the most popular, at least the website I looked at, the most popular slimline. Stampin' Up! Did have a slimline set a few years back. I still have the die here somewhere. Yeah, I have the die somewhere. I'll find it. Anyway, so we're going to do our card base 7 by 8.5 scored at 3.5. So here, this is our 8.5 side, remember, of our 8.5 by 11. So we're just going to cut this at 7. So here's the 7 by 8.5. Here's some good leftovers for layers and focal points for a later card. Then I'm going to go ahead and line this up at 3.5, and we're going to score there. So that makes our 3.5 by 8.5 slimline card. Now these go in a regular business envelope, so all of those wonderful little envelopes you get that your bills come in, you can buy that size too, and it uses a regular stamp. All right, so there's our 3.5 by 8.5. Now we're going to do some layers. So we're going to take this, we're going to cut this at 3.25. And I'm going to see if I can get all my pieces out of this. Hopefully I can. So here's our 3.25 by 3.25 there. And then a 3.25 by 2. We're not going to get both of those out, unfortunately. So I have to get another layer, another piece of cardstock. Let me see if I have one in here without having to. This should work. So then this is, again, 3.25 by 2. We have to have 2 of those. So I'll cut this on the 2 side first, and then 3.25. All right, that can get thrown away. That will go in my strip pile. All right, so here's my 3.25, and here's my 3.25 by 2. Now we're going to cut a 3 by 3. I'm going to cut that out of this gorgeous paper. Let me see which one it is. It is, I believe it's Floral Impressions. Yes, it looks like that color scheme. I used so much of the paper without opening the new pack, I couldn't really tell you, but I believe it is Floral Impressions because the color schemes look the same on these scraps I have left over. Okay. So we're going to cut this 3 by 3. I kind of want to get that in the center there. So I'm thinking, because here's my 3 mark right there. So I think that I'm okay cutting this at 3 this way. But then to get that a little more centered. So I want that to be centered. So I'm going to make that like at the 1.5 mark. So I know it's somewhat centered. So then I'll do my 3 by 3 this way. That's just my cheater way of getting something so that it's centered, mostly centered. So that's the 3 by 3 piece. Then we're going to do 2 that are 3 by 1 3/4. I don't think I want to use this though. I think I want to go back to this. So again, it's going to be 3 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut the 1 3/4 this way because I know this is more than 6 inches long. That way I'm saving as much big strips as I can. So then here this goes by 3. and again by 3. Let me pull this out from over here, put this in my back in my little holder. So there you have it. Here's our slimline base. Here's our 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Here's our 3 by 3. Those are going to layer together. And I think I'm going to put those in the center. Then you have your 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 2. I think I'm going to put those on either side. And then we have our 3 by 1 3/4. So that's going to be our outline for Friday's video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment. Most of all, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.